All right, everybody, you know what it is. Another gangster talk. A late edition tonight because even though I've been working all day and I'm tired and I'm dog tired, but whenever there's a black woman involved, I can't keep quiet. There seems to be a lot of demonic energy running throughout our communities, and that energy is possessing a lot of people, especially black dudes, who are doing some really, really terrible things to our women and children. We're going to talk about that tonight. Most importantly, we're going to talk about a way to combat it. And we're going to see if we can get that campaign started as soon as possible. We have women and children to rescue. Dame, hit it. All right, everybody on mute but me. Shout out to everybody showing up for this late edition. Appreciate it, Auntie. E Nation representing. Before I get started, microphone check. 1 2 1 2 1 1. Let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear.
Coming in clear.
Alrighty then. Well, let me start off by saying this. It's time to get off the sidelines. And when I say get off the sideline, I'm talking to the brothers who are married. Some who are married, some not. Either way, it's time to get off the sideline. This has to stop. We have a problem. Now, there are many of you brothers out there who are very capable of putting an end to all of this. You know who you are. It's time to come off the sideline. This thing has gotten completely out of control. It's gone crazy. They are murdering our women and children with impunity. That is unacceptable. That cannot happen. What this particular devil did to these two women of civilization was beyond heinous. It was inhumane. It's something that you wouldn't even do to an animal. The way he mangled his girlfriend with that AR-15. Now, I saw the video. The video didn't bother me as much as it bothered other people as far as the graphics part because, you know, I'm ex-military. I've seen a lot of blown up, well, I wouldn't say blown up, but I've seen a lot of mangled bodies. But it bothered me the fact that this is one of the mothers of civilization. She was murdered in cold blood. And judging from that wound, that gaping hole in her left, where her left eye socket used to be, she was shot at close, almost point blank range. Not exactly point blank range, but she wasn't far away for it to make a hole that size. And listening to this crazed individual who was possessed by a demon, who had nothing but demonic energy, running around talking about he's sorry, had the AR-15 laying on the bed, showing you the damage that he did to these two poor women, and then telling you to like the page. The only good news I can say is that he used that AR-15 on himself when he was surrounded by SWAT. I felt that he got away because that was too good for him. See, we can't incite violence. And we cannot say certain things on YouTube. We are restricted. But one thing I'll say, as far as him, that bullet going through his head was too good for him. Now, we're not going to show the video. We here at the E Nation have seen the video. We are not showing that. I am not going to show a black woman or black women mangled and tore up like that. It broke my heart to see that. And even worse, that a black man did that to these two poor women. There are demons among us, and they are overrunning us. They are saturating our neighborhoods. They are possessing many of our black men. Then come off mute for a second and give us a definition of the term demon.
All right. Demon. An evil spirit or devil is special one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. And in some countries, demon is a slang term for cops,
All right,
especially
thank
in
you.
Muslim countries.
All right, thank you, Dane.
Mhm.
Go back on mute, please. So you're the definition of demon, but let me explain something to you. This is no fairy tale. This is no story. Demonic energy, evil energy is real. See, the problem with this country and why we have all of this chaos and evil taking place is because the people who run this country seem to think that it can only be ran one way. The people that run this world who are in charge only believe that it can be the world can be ran one way. That's why these things never work. That's why these empires fall and they crumble and chaos ensues. Because life has to have balance. Without balance, everything will go all out of whack. This is why evil empires don't last. Because it was never meant for an evil empire to reign on this earth with no balance. This is why white supremacy is starting to crumble. Again, fools who believe that things can only be ran one way. It's impossible. Because you have a left and you have a right. You have an up and you have a down. You have a here and you have a there. That is balance. Life needs balance in order to be salubrious. If you try to unbalance life, you will do so at your own peril. And it will cost you everything. Because life is meant to be balanced. You just can't have evil reigning everywhere. You can't have good reigning everywhere. You have to have a little bit of both. Right can't exist without left. Left can't exist without right. If there was only a left, people would just walk one way. If there was only a right, you would just go in one direction. If there was only an up or only a down, life needs balance. And the fools who run this country and this world believe that evil reigns supreme are the reason why we have all of this chaos and evil ensuing now. All this craziness, all this chaotic and demonic energy. People are murdering each other with no second thought, with no feeling, with no compassion. It may as well be a dead person murdering another person. It's time to get off the sideline. Even myself, I'm starting to talk to people in my hood. And we're going to get something together to combat what's going on. You see, these are cowards with guns. Without these guns, they're nothing. Cowards with guns, saturated with demonic energy. Demons. Only a demon could do something like what this thing did and have absolutely no feeling because demons don't have any regard for human life. They're demons. They don't care about human life. They can care less. Demons are real. It's the evil that inside you that drives the demonic energy and cause you to do demonic things. The fact that he took his own life makes me feel cheated. He cheated us. Death was too good for him. If you see what he did to those two women, you would know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I will not show it. It's out there while it's still out there. You can go see it yourself if that's your sort of thing. No one is going to judge you. Everybody wants to see certain things, and it's out there. But we're not going to show it here. But we will show you a picture of the beautiful mother, the beautiful woman that he took from us. Dan, you have that picture? Okay. Dame?
Yeah, yeah,
All
I
right.
got the picture. I got the picture. Mm-hmm. All right.
Do the FBI thing.
This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. All right.
Now, while she's getting the picture up, this took place in Texas. I believe it was Dallas, Texas, right, Dane?
Yes.
There she is right there. What he did to her was unspeakable. Unthinkable. I'm sorry, not unspeakable, unthinkable. I don't understand why our black women keep ending up with these demons, these kinds of guys. We're going to try to do something about that too. All right, Dan, take her off the screen.
Okay.
And go back on mute. Beautiful black woman murdered like a dog. Matter of fact, dogs don't get done to them what he did to her. See, black women, let me tell you something. Going forward, this is what you need to start doing. You need to find a black man that you can trust, whether it be an elder brother, an elder statesman, grandfather, whatever. Even myself, I'm here for all of y'all. You want to ask me something? You need, when you dealing with a guy, you need to go to that black man that you can trust and confide in him that you're thinking about this guy here and that guy there. I'm here also if you want some advice or whatever. Because one thing about us, we can spot crazy 100 miles away. We see things that even psychologists don't see. Because we grew up in the street, we see certain, there's a different kind of straight crazy. that most psychologists don't see. But we see it. We know what it is. And we need to advise you going forward on what guys that you're thinking about talking to or somebody you with or whatever. So we can let you know to drop this dude immediately and go find somewhere else or get and stay with him. That's what we need to start doing to protect our women. The brothers out there, we need to start guiding our women and letting them know who to stay away from and give them advice, good sound advice on who to stay away from. So we can help avoid things like this. See, let me tell you something. Guys like this dude right here, right? They don't exhibit certain things that you would recognize as common crazy. There's certain little subtle things that they do that will set off the alarm. You understand? Like, for example, a person, right, that's constantly drinking chocolate milk. You wouldn't think anything of it, right? You wouldn't realize that the person is addicted to the syrup in the chocolate milk, right? Constantly drinking chocolate milk, even to the point of screwing up his stomach. Now, when you see that kind of behavior, you don't think nothing of it. Oh, he just loves chocolate milk. Well, you see, that's an issue with a person, right? That can't stop doing something. Now, it's one thing if you're consistent at something, but if you can't stop doing something, then there's an issue in the mind. Now, sometimes that's positive, but a lot of times it's negative. You got to pick up on weird things too, the way they talk, the weird things they may say. You got to be listening to catch guys like this one, because guys like this one don't usually exhibit normal crazy behavior. They got that very well hidden, sneaky crazy and psychotic behavior. Like, he may tell you a story like, you know, I sat there and watched a dog eat a cat. I didn't think a dog can eat a cat. But he sat there and ate a cat, and I sat there and watched it. See, weird things like that. You know? Guys who suddenly talk about things that have these really huge graphic descriptions. Like, yeah, I saw this person fall off a bike and bust their head wide open, and their brains was leaking and all that. Very descriptive and in detail, and really don't sound like it's bothering them or whatever. You got to be careful with stuff like that. Especially if they're always telling you graphic stories about somebody's brains leaking out, somebody's eyeball came out, whatever. You have to understand, they keep telling you stuff like that. This person is desensitized to human mutilation. That's a big red sign. I'm sorry, a big red flag. You gotta be careful with these awkward ass dudes. A lot of times they're psychotic. So going forward, I say to sisters, you got to find that brother or that older guy that you can trust, that you can confide in and get advice from, to help you pick the right guy and help you stay away from guys like this. I'm here too if you need me. Just send an email and I'll respond if you need some help. To try to help you recognize the guy that you're with, if he's nuts or not. But let me tell you something. We can't let this shit continue. Brothers who are out there listening, you're in the clouds or whatever, you have to put an end to this. Too many demonic creatures that gathered in their head that they can do whatever they want to our women and children. There must be an answer. We have to start answering. There must be a consequence, a grave consequence for doing something to our women and children. I feel so bad for these two poor women. And so many of you brothers are so weak. You can't take anything. They can't take breaking up with a girl. They can't take the girl saying no. They can't take anything. They can't even hell. You see what some punks did when they offered to buy the woman's wine and she said no? Can't even take that. And you have to understand something. This is the fault of the maniqueers, the sissy bims, the MGTOWs, all of these factions. I'm sorry, I'm eating dinner, y'all. All of these factions that speak against black women are at fault because they have created an ideology that devalues the life of a black woman and even devalues the life of her children. And the hatred now is running so deep that when they are killing the black woman, they're trying to wipe her out of existence by taking out her children too. And in some cases, the men are murdering their own children, their own seeds, because they hate the mothers so much. This is not normal behavior of black men. This is something else. I blame. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still eating. Hey, I drive a truck on the road. I got to get it in when I can get it in. Okay, I'm done now, so I can focus more. So I blame these type of factions, right? Because they're always talking about the black woman has no value. And now that has got to the ears of our youth. This man, this thing that did this to these women was 24 years old. 24. I want you to think about that for a second. This devil, 24 years old, had the balls to do that to a woman and her mother. Excuse me. And he said he was defending himself. From what? Man, I hope no dude ever come up to me talking about If the woman don't have a gun and she busting at you and you running for your life, don't come to me talking about you defending yourself. These dudes are so cowardly, so weak that they are unfit to be in a relationship with a black woman. Understand, a black woman is a strong woman. She has to be because she is the original woman. The original woman is the strongest. Everything else is second, third, fourth, or whatever. But the original woman is also the strongest. So you can't be no weak dude dealing with a black woman, which is the original woman. Can't be no weak ass sucker trying to deal with a woman, with a black woman. She's gonna run you over. And some of these dudes are weak and they hate the black woman for being weak. What are you hating her for? It's not her fault that you decided to become a sissy. It's not her fault that you decided to run from these white boys out here. Okay? Now, you pick up an AR-15, which is a powerful weapon. It looks like a military weapon. I'm not even sure why these types of weapons on the street. They should be Category 4 weapons. And they shouldn't be in the hands of civilians. When you see the damage that this thing can do to flesh, like I said, that video that we saw, the damage he did to those two women is unbelievable. A weapon like this shouldn't be on the street. This is what black people need to be fighting against. Need to be fighting against stuff like this. How did this fool end up with an AR-15? And he used that AR-15 on two harmless people, his girlfriend and her mother. Okay, so some of you dudes, if the mothers don't like you, she don't like the way you treating her daughter, yeah, she gonna say something to you. Yeah, she don't like you because you mistreating her daughter. I don't understand why niggas don't understand what fucking natural fucking reactions and shit to certain things. If you're treating her daughter bad, she's not going to like you. So let me tell you what I think happened. They was probably in there arguing. The mother was probably telling him to be a man. At the age of 24, he probably in there playing video games. Like a lot of these immature niggas do here on social media. He's probably playing video games. I'm not sure who was living with who, but it looks like he was living with them. And again, I don't know where the AR-15 came from. And my thing is, I believe that's an AR-15. And my thing is, they probably was telling him, you need to do this, you need to do that, or whatever. And women, look, dude, I'm going to tell you how I like this here. When you are not productive, right, women will start to complain. You have to be a productive male or she will start to complain because you're not producing anything. You're not producing enough resources. Shit just get fucked up at the house. She got to go out and take a job. First of all, you don't want your woman working. The ideal situation, if you have children, is for your woman to nest in the environment. That's really all you need your woman to do is just nest in the environment. As a man, you're supposed to be taking care of all of the resources. She can just nest in the environment, be herself, and focus on being a mother. You don't want her to have to go out and take a second job to try to keep y'all from getting kicked out and, with all your belongings on the street. You don't want that to happen, right? So As a man, you have to take care of all the resources. That is your job, is to bring resources into the house that you protect and to protect everyone in that house, the women and children. Your woman is nesting in environment. You are supposed to be protecting that and not letting anything interfere with that. If you're not doing that, she's going to become worried because now she can't nest an environment. Now it takes away from her motherhood. It takes away from her motherhood. It also takes away from her womanhood because you not on your job. And she's going to start complaining. And that's something that you created because you're not on your job. You're not producing. Understand, when you take on a woman, women don't want to struggle. What the hell are they with you for? They can struggle by themselves. They didn't get with you just to struggle and lose. They got with you for a reason. Because for one, they fell in love with you because they thought you was this big, strong man that was going to protect them with these big, big muscles and provide for them with your resources. Then when all of the dust settle, and she find out, but wait a minute, what happened to the muscles? Was you wearing a muscle suit? When she first met you, you was some big, beefy motherfucker with muscles. Now that you got her, all of a sudden, you come in one day, you skinny than a motherfucker. She's like, wait a minute. What happened to the muscles? What happened to the muscles that was going to protect me? Who's this skinny motherfucker? See, let me tell you something. Take it from a man who's been married for going on, 19 years now. You have to create the environment that produces a salubrious dwelling. So your woman can properly nest. And when she can do that, then you are going to get the best her. The kids are going to get the best her. Because now she don't have to worry. You've taken the worries off her head. She ain't got to worry about getting kicked out on the street. She ain't got to worry about resources, there's food and everything. She can do everything, take care of the kids. You handling your business, you're producing. But once that stops, she's going to start complaining. And then you get mad at her because you created a situation in which she's complaining. Listen, we cannot blame women for being women. I said this before. Stop getting upset at women being themselves. Understand the nature of women. Stop getting upset and getting mad when a woman is being a woman. Them complaining is a natural part of them being a woman because they don't want to struggle. They didn't get with you to fucking struggle and lose. They got with you because you were winning. Now you start losing. Now she may be understanding at first and then start doing her woman thing because they also inspire us to do better. So while you down, you lose and you don't lost, and she trying to pep you back up, get you back up, honey, you're going to be fine. You're going to get back on your feet. You know, you're a strong man. I married a strong man, so whatever. She going to give you that pep talk that a lot of women do. They inspire the hell out of us, make us run through a brick wall. But then after she does all of that, and you still losing, and you still not producing, after a while she gonna be on some. Hey, what's up with this losing shit? That's not what I signed up for. I didn't fall in love with a loser. I didn't marry a loser. I didn't marry someone who got comfortable with losing. And now she's going to start complaining. And then she may start to resent you. And you have to understand that is something that you created. It did not just happen. You created that by allowing yourself to accept losing. You niggas don't know how to be winners. You guys are losers. And the fact that you trying to, and the fact that you're killing women tells me that you're weak as hell. Sometimes you ever sat back, right, and you saw somebody do something and you said to yourself, man, I wish I could have got my hands on that person. Things would have been different. When you look at this situation of this brother murdering his girlfriend and her mother, and then telling people to like the page. I don't even want to. Hold on. It's just bothering me to say something like that. Hey, Dame, come on in here for a minute.
Hello.
Pull up that article of this fool and read the article to the audience.
Okay.
We're going to read about this. We still don't know the motive for why he murdered those two women.
Okay. I'm going to go with the most updated article. A 24-year-old man is believed to have killed his girlfriend and her mother, then finally shot himself after SWAT standoff at Northeast Dallas apartment complex Sunday, police said. Officer responded about 4:30 p.m. Sunday to report an active shooter at the apartments in the 9800 block of Summerwood Circle. As they approached the building, someone fired at them from the window of a squad car. The officer set up a perimeter and made several attempts to get the gunman to surrender. The police said they entered the apartment about 7 p.m. and found 3 people dead. Police identified them Monday as Tamiko Merriweather, 55, her daughter, Marietta Matthews, 26, and Nathan Rashad James, 24. Matthews.
Okay, stop. Nathan Bashard James, 24 years old, packing an AR-15. Now, you cats, all you sissy bims, all you manosphere with all of this smoke for black women, all of this denouncing the lives of black women. Now you armor yourselves with high-powered, semi-automatic, military-like weapons. And you're starting to use them on our black women, but you won't use them on these white boys. Where's all of this smoke for your real enemy? Because the black woman isn't your enemy. I don't even know where you niggas come from with this bullshit about you need to save yourself from black women. That sounds fucking retarded. What the fuck are you talking about? You need to be saving black women, not saving yourself from black women. We need to be saving our black women. I don't know what the fuck you niggas talking about, man. Like, saving myself from black. What kind of retarded, weak ass shit is that? I never heard men talk like that. till I came to social media. Fuck you mean saving yourself from black women? For what? Black women aren't our enemy. Black women didn't do anything to us. Black women didn't enslave us. Nearly beat the life out of us at every goddamn turn. Black women aren't racially profiling us. A black woman didn't blow away Fernando Castile. A black woman didn't kill George Floyd or Michael Brown. Black women didn't do that. So I don't understand why the fuck you motherfuckers treating her like an enemy. You know what? This is the way it's going down. Black people, we have to fight back. We have to send a message loud and clear. Anybody who talks against a black woman is an enemy to black people. I don't give a fuck what organization they're in. If they're talking bad about black women and against black women, they are our enemy. People keep saying, well, Max, why you don't mention the men? Why you never talk about the men? Fucking ain't talk about the men for? The men are supposed to be the leaders and protectors. What I need to talk about them for? The men don't need saving. The men need to be doing the saving. Fuck I'm talking about them for? And so you have a situation now to where our women are targeted. They are targeted. And they're trying to wipe us out at our very core by getting rid of our women. There's no black woman, then there's no black man. You can hang it up, because can another woman on this earth give birth to a black man except a black woman? You won't get no black man from no Chinese woman, no Spanish woman, no nothing kind of woman other than a black woman. So we have to become very serious about fighting evil. I don't give a damn what color it is. Evil don't have a color. Understand something. Evil doesn't have a color, a skin color. You got black devils out here trying to do their best impersonation of the Ku Klux Klan. Now, here's the thing that I've noticed. Most black men now, for these sissy bims or these maniqueers and, you know, Igbo, what they are trying to do is they're trying to treat the black woman like the white men treated black men back in slavery, where they beat and raped black men with impunity, tarred and feathered them, did all these type of things. They want to treat the black woman like that. Now they want the black woman to be treated like that. So they basically want to be a slave master in blackface. And so many of you are mad because so many black women are succeeding. They're succeeding far beyond you. And some of you feel some kind of way about that. My answer to that is, what the fuck is your problem? You got a problem with the fact that you don't have much success, then that's something that you need to do. You need to deal with that. That's a personal issue. That don't have nothing to do with the black woman. Don't get mad at her because she's excelling in life. You need to get mad at yourself because you're headed in the opposite direction. And you're at the point now to where you want to take your ball and go home. like a little spoiled ass kid, right? So you figure if the black woman don't want you, then nobody can have her. Nobody else can experience her beauty. So your punk ass is going to take her up out of here so no real man can come along and treat her the way she's supposed to be treated. No real man can come along and treat her like the woman she is and give her what she deserves as a woman. Because y'all weak ass motherfuckers can't take the fact that these women don't want to be with you because you're cowardly, you're weak, you're awkward, you're fucked up, you have no ambition. Many of you are like 35, 40, and you have the mentality of a teenager. Who the fuck wants that? See, one of the reasons why a lot of black women love Max, right? Because I got the guts to say what they want to say. See, I say what a lot of them say, but people don't listen to them because they're a woman and they say, well, yeah, a woman gonna say it. But you see, if I say it, I'm a man. If I say it, it carries more weight. Because now you have a man saying it now. A man is saying what they've been saying because I see it. It ain't something that they told me. It's something that I see myself. You niggas are sorry. Like I said before, you're the sorriest crop of niggas I've ever seen in my entire life. You are the sorriest crop of niggas in the entire world. And that includes animals too. You got some damn male animals that take better care of their women than y'all do. At least some of these damn animals will go out and fucking hunt and try to feed their kids and shit. You motherfuckers is, hell bent on child support, fighting child support. Makes you look fucked up. A father doesn't fight child support. First of all, a father is not on child support. Let's just make that very clear. See, there's a difference between a father and a man who made a baby with a woman. See, a lot of you motherfuckers are just baby makers. You're not fathers. A father wouldn't be on child support. But a man who made a baby with a woman would be. A man who made a baby with a woman would be on child support. You won't catch a father on child support.
No, you will not catch your father on child support because he'll be paying from get and keep on even after him and the woman is through. He father understand that uh taking care of the woman is also part of taking care of the child. Woman got a roof on the head, child got a roof on the head. So he expect to pay the rent. The mother eats, the child eats. So he expect to pay for the groceries. Utilities, he expect to pay for utilities. The child's gonna need water, to drink or bathe in, gonna need lights to do homework, whatever the child needs to do. And some places, gas, cook the food, heat the house,
Thank you, Dane.
whatever. Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Thank you, Dame. Sorry about that, y'all. I had an issue I had to deal with. If y'all know me by now, y'all know I'm always working. So, and I do these podcasts when I'm on the road, making money, making the kind of money that a lot of these guys lie about having. I actually have money like that. But anyway, where was we? Oh yeah, a father won't be on child support, but a dude that made a baby with a woman would absolutely be on child support. So we have a situation where we have too many men that don't understand the nature of women and are unfit to be companions, boyfriends, soulmates, husbands, pen pals, fair weather, unfit to be none of it. I'm telling you, black women, I'm here for you if you need some advice. I'm an old dude from the old school. I can help y'all out a lot. You need some help with some nigga, you're not sure about, drop me an email, ask me questions. I will do my best to get you the right answers so that you don't fall into situations like this. And brothers who are listening, we have to start being a guardian to our women, giving them the advice that they need to stay away from niggas like this. Man, if y'all run into some bony ass, punk ass nigga that talk crazy or sound awkward or whatever, man, turn around and keep it moving. You want some level-headed thinking dude with his head on straight. See, one thing, one type of ideal man for y'all is you got the big, brawny, strong dude, right? And will knock somebody's head off and all that. But he's also very gentle. See, y'all want gentlemen. You want guys that have a gentle heart. Okay, you don't want these dudes, man, who act fucking crazy all the time, thinking they tough, talking about shooting, carrying on. That's not manhood. That's psychotic behavior. Real men don't walk around acting like that. You want a man that's gentle. Has a gentle and kind heart, but strong and will knock a motherfucker out. So somebody that can be good to you and be gentle with you and still strong enough to protect you. That's one of the ideal guys you should be looking for. You'd be surprised. A lot of these guys like cats. They got cats for pets. But most of y'all think that being manly is some old, all the time you got to have this bravado on. You got to be a macho nigga. First of all, that word macho is suspect. Ever since the Village People made that motherfucking song, y'all been looking at that word side-eyed. Remember that song, Macho, Macho Man, by a bunch of gay dudes? Yeah, that word macho, man, I don't know. I'm looking at it a little side-eyed now, But, so you niggas, again, you can't take shit. Like I said, women are going to complain when you start struggling and they don't see you do now. If you're doing something, all right, and you got there fighting tooth and nail, a woman will rock with you. Hell, she'll probably get out there and help you fight. She'll get in where she fit in. But if she don't see you making no effort to do nothing and things are getting worse, you're going to start complaining. Because for one, she's very disappointed that you let her down. You let her, she believed in you, she trusted you, she fell in love with you, and you're letting her down. So she's hurt by that. So that's aggravating the hell out of her. That's making her mad. She's hurt by that. Then on top of that, you won't do shit. Then you're walking around talking about you want to be treated like a man. She's agitated by that shit because she's looking at you like, are you crazy? We're losing. You haven't got a job in fucking, 3 years. I done used up all my savings. What are you going to do? A lot of these women will empty their bank account. If they believe in you, they will support you to no end until they get fucked over. And that's when some of them turn them into feminists. You got to understand the nature of women, man. You don't treat them like that. You don't abuse them. You don't deceive them. You don't do that, man. They can be the greatest asset to you. You don't treat them like that. A lot of you punk ass niggas been watching too many fucking movies. You've been watching too many movies, and now you got some old fairy tale shit in your mind of how you think life should go. Like, you could be a non-productive loser, but you want a woman to submit. See, that's some old fairy tale shit. That's make-believe. You ain't about shit. Ain't no woman submitting to you. And I understand what you mean by submit, right? Women do submit, but they submit to the right man, a manly man that's handling everything. And the way he done created a situation that is salubrious and she can nest an environment. But if you ain't doing none of that, the fuck you submitting to? What, so she can be a loser right along with you? Funny how you have all this smoke for black women. Big, bad niggas. Big, bad, tough, and rough and tumble Negroes. Out here beating up women, jumping women, shooting women. And you big, bad, and tough. No, you big, all right. Big and cowardly. Big, cowardly, and weak. That's what you really are. And you're mad at her because that white boy done snatched your heart out your chest and put it in his back pocket. He done snatched your manhood and got you running around here in a damn dress. You so scared of this motherfucker, you walking around here in a dress. In a dress. Dresses are made for women. I don't want to hear shit about, well, this is the new age now, and we heterosexuals, we can wear dresses too. They have male dresses as well as they have female dresses. Look, let me tell you something, man. I'm from the 60s and 70s, right? Men don't wear dresses. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, it's the latest fashion. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But this white boy got you so shook, got you so terrified of him, that you bitching yourself out for him. You prostituting yourself for him. You've even compromised your own sexuality by walking around here so everybody see you in a fucking dress. I saw one nigga that had on a full-length dress that had a flower pattern in that motherfucker. Think about that for a second. This Negro's about 6'2", wearing a full-length dress that had flowers all over it. You running around here some shit like that, and you want women to submit. And so my thing is, sisters, it's time you seeked out some help from some elder brothers who got their heads screwed on straight. Because y'all going to need some help to pick out some decent brothers. Because there's too many bad niggas out here that's filled with demonic energy, and they're doing all kinds of crazy shit, and they're murdering our women, and we just can't stand for that. I don't want to be around no person that devalues the life of black women. And I'm not going to be around a person that talks bad about black women. I'm telling you, if they're talking against black women in any kind of way, they are our enemies. Do not support. They are our enemies. Even now, with all of this shit going on, you got niggas online playing dating coach. Let me go back to this dating coach shit again. Look how worthless of a job that is. It's not even needed. Who the fuck needs a dating coach? So you got Negroes who think that they're good at talking to women, and they done made that into a profession. Well, they ought to be ashamed of themselves because of what's going on out here and what's happening to our youth, our younger boys. They're going crazy because they got demonic energy in them. And you sitting up here talking about some goddamn you a dating coach, which, as far as I'm concerned, contributes nothing to modern day society. So basically, if you tell me you're a relationship coach, I'm just going to turn around and say, okay, you're a worthless nigga. You know, you into producing nothing, being nothing. And these guys are womanizers. They want to live off women. You got to be careful, too, about the word game. Real men, strong men who got their head right, don't talk like that. We don't use the term game. We don't say, oh, well, chalk that up to the game. Oh, she got game. She got game. Who plays games? Children plays games. And you got professional athletes that play games. But you ain't neither. You just a raggedy ass nigga in the hood trying to get a girlfriend. So you ain't about that life. Uh-oh, Dame.
Yeah.
Dame,
Yes.
take over for me for about 15 minutes. I gotta move my truck. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. That comes the game thing came along the line of the player. Okay, you game player. Now, player all of a sudden became synonymous with getting a whole bunch of women, playing games on women. In other words, fooling women, lying to women, doing whatever you need to do to get the punani. Yeah. So it became about playing a game of doing what you got to do to get it. Lie, make up some kind of story, make yourself look good, tell them you love them, they the only one. So yeah, and player was the newer version, same thing, different label of the macking. I don't know how the phrase macking came out about that, but hey, that's what it was called. And yeah, yeah. Let's see, zombies and demons out in the streets. Yeah, I've been seeing too many white zombies running around. So they playing games with women. and then they want to scream and holler when it don't go the way they want it to go. You know, I was just about the sex. I wasn't trying to have no kids. Player, man, uh, you didn't play the game right. She didn't know you was playing some game. She took you for real. You know, as they became more and more obvious and start talking about it, then it starts switching out. As usual, the women follow the men. Whatever the men are doing, the women are doing. And because women are women, not only did we play y'all game, end up playing it better. And now they screaming and hollering, she tricked me. Stu, you was doing the tricking first. And then they get mad when the woman start throwing her face. Don't hate the player, hate the game. See, but that's with everything. You keep trying to hate the player. No, 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 no. The whole game, the whole gaming system, the whole macking system, the pimping system was wrong. But instead of hating the game that you followed or became part of and stuff like that, you start hating the player. Oh yeah, while you was doing all the playing, you felt you was winning, and then when you got played, you start hating on the player and hated the fact that she threw your words right back in your face. But hey, but you're not playing the ultimate game. You're not going against the game of the white man, the game of the white supremacists, the systematic racism game. Not fighting against that, but
Okay,
yet
I'm
you.
back.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sam. Good job.
All
All
right.
right, all right. I saw something in the chat. Sorry, y'all, I had to pop an energy drink because I'm a little beat, but I got some new energy now. Okay, so listen, I saw something in the chat about black women speaking against black men. Are they the enemy? Well, no. Yes and no. Because with black women, it's completely different than it is with black men. Because when a lot of black women speak bad about black men, it's not that they're our enemy, it's that they've been done wrong. So you have to understand something. Black women, this is what I keep saying to you, brothers. You need to understand the nature of women. Okay? They're not like us. I keep saying that. They're not like us. Okay? The differences between them and us is a world apart. It's the size of a whole planet. They are nothing like us. They don't think the way we do. They don't feel the same way we feel. They are completely different than we are. So when they do things out of response, not out of spite. See, they don't come the way you see them now with the feminist hate and all this other shit. They don't come like that. They are turned into that. Black women are the most loving women on this earth and the most loyal woman to her man on this earth. And will stand by her man and fight until they both go down. But when you hear her on her bullhorn talking about we ain't shit, you need to pay attention to what she's saying. But see, they don't just come out and start blasting us for the sake of just doing it. They don't do that. So you have to understand something. You can't get what they can get. As a man, you can't get that. You can't get mistreated by a woman and then come around and get a bullhorn and start crying about it. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't get that. You a man, you got to be stronger than that. Women can get that because they're women, because they are supposed to be taken care of. They bring life into this world. They nest in the environment and take care of our children and run our households. Well, not anymore. Well, and they also CEOs of corporations and stuff like that too. Let me say that before the feminists come running out. Listen, I've talked to a lot of feminists who hate black. I get along with feminists. It's not because I kowtow to them or whatever. I'm not the type of guy that they hate. That's why I get along with them. And I understand where their anger comes from. A lot of these so-called women who are feminists, right? They're just upset. If you sat down and you talked to them, they're just angry. Because you don't understand their nature. You don't know what they sacrifice when they fall in love with us. They put a lot of their shit on the back burner for us. They give up a lot of shit for us. But no, usually when you hear a black woman mouthing off against a black man, it's because of what she has been through. And let me explain something to you. They don't just start mouthing off because they got done wrong one time by a man. Let me tell you something. It takes a long time for a black woman to start mouthing off. They have a ton of patience. They are very forgiving people. They have a ton of patience. And they can endure like nobody's business. They will endure you for a long time. And they will watch you. See, this is why when you get into an explosive argument with them, they can just rattle off shit like a Tommy gun. I mean, just start busting shots at you. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know she knew all of that. Yeah, because they sit back and they watch us. They sit back and they study us. They do things to see if you're going to change. They take our word for a lot of shit to see if we're going to follow through. See, when you don't follow through, you see, promises are big to women. Women are big into fairy tale stuff, right? But not the kind of fairy tale stuff you think. They want their fairy tales to come true. And so they get with a man that they believe can make these fairy tales come true. Like, for example, a woman may have a dream about being married in a big white dress with all these flower girls and boys and all kinds of stuff going on, right? Well, if she get with the right man, you can make that happen. That's what I mean by a fairy tale that can be brought to life, that can be brought true. My wife at one time, right, she never went to the Statue of Liberty. She always wanted to go, but never went. So one day I surprised her and took her on a ferry boat ride to go over to the Statue of Liberty. See, these are the things that women dream about in their mind, doing certain things that a man can make happen. And they want a man to make it happen because then it means something to them special. Like one time I went to Great Adventures with my wife and her cousin, and they always dreamed about a man winning them a big stuffed animal. And so we played that game, that big milk game with the milk cans, with the softball, that you lob the ball up in the air, right? And it has to be perfect to go into that that milk can hole, right? So I'm actually very good at that, and I won both of them. These two big giant stuff. I'm talking about these stuffed animals were huge. They were like 5 feet tall or some shit. They was big as hell. But I made their dreams come true. I made my wife's dream come true and her cousin's dream come true. They always dream of little girls having their boyfriends or husbands win them a big giant stuffed animal. Women do stuff like that. They think about things like that, but they want a man to bring their these fairy tales to life. So you have to understand something, right? When they believe in you, it's 100. A lot of you guys don't understand that. Y'all think she bullshitting around. Y'all think she have no. She's there 100. And when you start mistreating her and start doing these things, right, it starts to accumulate. You start fucking around, she starts forgiving. You start fucking around, she's forgiving. She listening to your lies, giving you the benefit of the doubt, picking up your dirty drawers, your dirty socks that smell like corn. You got the whole house smell like corn chips. They endure this shit because they in it 100. See, they don't be lying with their feelings when they fall in love. When they fall in love, it's for real. And so when you start to do these things that start to chip away at that trust, it starts to chip away at that love that they have for you. It takes a long time for it to happen. But man, when it finally collapses, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. And that's when many of them start grabbing the bullhorn. Niggas ain't shit. I gave this man the best years of my life. He turned around and treated me like shit. So you got to listen to what they're saying. They're not just bad-mouthing black men. You have to listen. Because they'll tell you why they bad-mouthing motherfuckers. They'll tell you that they ironed this nigga's clothes for 5 years and made sure he had food and lunch to go to work, took care of his babies, maintained a house. And he turned around and bought another bitch a brand new car, wouldn't even take her, and made me, wouldn't even give her bus fare to go ride the bus. Wouldn't even let her drive his car by herself. But went and bought another bitch a car that you cheating on her with. See, when women love you, man, they're willing to put the time in. They're willing to put in work, taking care of them babies, maintaining that house, ironing your clothes, being there for you, cooking you hot meals, making sure you got hot meals because you the breadwinner. You go out and you do all of that, giving you massages and all this other stuff. You turn around, you fucking with some other woman. You done shit it all over her. And they take that shit hard. Now you done fuck the rest of us up because there's something else that they do. When they get blasted like that, it's hard for them not to see every man the same way. Because you don't understand the depths of their emotions. Their emotions run fucking deep. That's why I keep telling you, you don't fucking mistreat them. You're gonna fuck them up. They're not here for you to mistreat. They're here for you to love and to build a beautiful life and have children with, and have fun in life with, and grow together. They're not here for you to abuse. I keep telling you, sorry ass niggas, stop abusing them. You're gonna fuck their minds up. You shitting on them like that, Then you're gonna have their mind take a still shot of a nigga and put that motherfucking picture on every goddamn nigga they come across. That's how they get to niggas ain't shit. Because every motherfucker they come across, they see you. And now they grab that motherfucking bullhorn. Niggas ain't shit. Now, a guy ain't got no business bad mouthing no women. You can't get that. You stand on the corner with a bullhorn talking about women ain't shit, we're gonna look at you like you fucking crazy. You can't get that. You a man. That shit supposed to be water on the bridge. That shit supposed to roll off your shoulders. Go on, brush your shoulders off. You supposed to be able to handle that. You supposed to understand the nature of women. You supposed to be the goddamn king. You supposed to stand broad, tall, and strong. The fuck your punk ass doing out there on the corner with a bullhorn talking about black women ain't shit? You can't get that. That's some weak shit. Ain't no man gonna respect you. We're gonna look at you like you gay. Like, man, who that gay nigga up there in the corner, man, talking crazy about black women? I don't know, man. These gay niggas be chipping me out. Or homo thugs. Or homo thug niggas running around here talking about some alpha male shit. That's the way we gonna see you. See, because real men are strong, my brother. We don't go out because we had a bad issue with a woman. We don't go out and grab a fucking bullhorn like some punk ass nigga talking about black women ain't shit. I gave them my all and they shitted on me. Nah, you can't get that, son. See, when you got real strong men having a conversation about their past transgressions with women, the conversation sounds something like this. Yeah, what up, man? Hey, man, I'm dealing with this new chick now. Oh, yeah? Well, what happened to Rhonda? Well, man, things didn't work out, man. She wanted to go her own way. I went mine. So we agreed to step off or whatnot. Things got a little hairy. I probably wasn't at my best. She probably wasn't at her best. Yeah, man, it works out that way sometimes. Yeah, but you know what? I'm with this new chick now named Sandy. Yeah, man, she seems to be all right, very promising. Oh, word? Yeah, man, we hitting it off real good right now and, keep your fingers crossed. All right, man, I'm rooting for you. That's the way strong men talk. That's the way strong men who've had situations with women. They brush that shit up. They understand that shit happens. Sometimes you're not going to be a match. You may start out as a match in the beginning, but as things unfold, you realize, okay, we're not a match. You realize now that the bottom is falling out. So you do the man thing, say, okay, baby, things ain't working with us, how you feel about it? Talk to her about it, and you're like, hey, and you walk out like a man. You don't crumble and shit and break down and cry and go run down the street like some little sissy with your knees knocking together, with your dress riding up your ass. You don't do no weak ass shit like that. It's not what a man does. A man handles it. He understands that every relationship ain't gonna be perfect with a woman. He understands the nature. He understands that sometimes, even though a relationship may start out great, it can end up bad. It can end up not working out. That's natural between a man and a woman. You don't freak the fuck out. You don't go and grab an AR-15 like some punk. You stand up like a fucking man and you take it on the goddamn chin and you say, okay, well, I wish you well. And you move on. I'm not saying this shit don't hurt. It may sting you in the heart because you may really felt something for this woman. But you take your ass to the bar, knock down a couple of hard shots and shit, grow some hair on your chest, and keep it fucking moving. You don't fucking lose your goddamn mind like some punk. Hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you straight, man. Don't come in here with some punk shit. Okay. And so getting back to what I was saying, right? Black women, when they're talking about black men in a bad way, it's because they've been done terribly, terribly, in a terrible way. Understand something, black men. They don't come like that. They're very loving and caring and nurturing people. They will give you the shirt off their back. When you do them wrong like that, all they have left is pain. Pain hurts. And when we have pain, what do we try to do? We try to get rid of that pain. They try to relieve that pain by lashing out. Understand something. They don't feel pain the same way we do. It's much harder for them than it is for us. We are a lot stronger in our emotions than they are. Hold on one second. Um,
Hey, Abena, have you been listening?
hold on. Let's go to a quick break, real quick. I'll be right back. Dang, drop Stoner.
Okay.
We'll be right back, y'all. We're just gonna take a quick break. This is some Stoner. We'll be right back. Okay, drop Stoner, Dang. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. All right, we ain't gonna be on too much longer, maybe like another half an hour. I'm sorry the podcast took me so long tonight. These last couple of days I've been very busy, and I have a lot of energy sometimes when I get hot, But I'll probably do a part two to this. Demons are taking the lives of our women. Because I still got a lot to say about you punk ass niggas. It's a shame that an old dog got to teach you how to deal with a woman. You should know how to deal with a woman by now. But apparently, a lot of you punk ass niggas don't. Apparently, your daddies wouldn't shit, didn't teach you nothing. Y'all out here doing fucking coward shit like shooting black women with AR-15s, crying about shit, fighting women, jumping women. So apparently, your daddies didn't teach you a goddamn thing. So I'm gonna teach you. Oh, weak ass niggas. Anyway, and so like I said, you don't do nothing fucked up like that. As a man, you take that shit on the chin and you keep it fucking moving. And like I said, if you feel something in your heart, you hurting a little bit, take your ass to the bar, knock back a couple of motherfucking shots of the strong shit. Go into that bar and say, bartender, give me the strongest shit you got. Get a couple of shots, knock a few of them motherfuckers back, grow some hair on your chest and keep it fucking moving. You understand? That's how you handle that shit. Don't be a fucking punk and lose your goddamn mind and start crying like a little girl. Oh, she did this to me. She did that to me. You're supposed to be stronger than that. You have to understand something, man. Women, their love and their nurturing is all they got. So when you abuse it and you fuck it up, you leave them with nothing. You leave them with nothing but pain and anger. And that pain and anger has to go somewhere. So it comes out in their expression. Niggas ain't shit. And that's your fault. See, I'm not the one. You see, you can't come at me talking about, well, what about black women? Because I'm going to tell you, but what about black men? You know why? Because a black man created that black woman. And what I mean by creating her, he created that black woman by mistreating and abusing her. See, when you hear black women mouthing off, saying shit about black men, you need to be mad at the men that made them that way because they don't come like that. They don't get like that on their own. I'm telling you that right now. They don't come like that. They're not like that. They're made that way. A black man made them that way. You show me a woman that hates black men, and I'll show you the black men that made her that way. See, them motherfuckers gonna put the truth back in your face. Hey man, them black women over there talking crazy about black men. Yep. There's black men who made them talk like crazy like that. Let's go find the niggas that made him that way. I'm upset too. No, we're talking about, no, I don't want to fuck with them. Let's go find the niggas that made him that way. And let's step to them niggas. Because they fucking our women up. So you tell me about the black women that's talking crazy about black men, and I'm going to say, okay, let's go find the niggas that made them that way. Because I'm telling you right now, niggas made him that way. They weren't like that before they ran into a certain type nigga, I'm telling you. Now, I know that's something that you niggas don't want to hear, because you don't want to face the truth. But that's what it is. All right, and so with that being said, I'm at the end of my rant. Let's bring in my co-host Dame. She's getting sleepy. Then we let her say a few words before we wrap it up.
Okay.
Dame, then you've been sitting back listening. Well, trying to listen if you didn't fall asleep. I know you done heard my fiery rant.
Mhm.
Chime in before we
Okay.
get out of here.
Okay. Okay. We got demon possessed men being fueled by the
No,
red.
no, 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 no. Not Kendall. All of it is our fault. See, we got in order to fix this, my brothers. We have to be honest about what's going on. Everything points back to us. I
Mm-hmm.
keep telling motherfuckers, if you want to fix black women, you have to fix yourself. Once you fix yourself, they will make the adjustment. You don't have to say shit to them. Just fix yourself. And that will reflect on them. They will, I'm telling you, they will mold themselves to that. Black women are very reactionary. They see you making a change and you doing right and you upstanding, they will adjust to that. They will react to that. You don't have to get into no arguments with them. You ain't got to get into my black woman, you need to do right. You do right. And they will follow you. Go ahead, Dane.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. We got demon possessed men who's being fueled by the rhetoric of the maniscule, Me Too, Cisben, because they all keep saying something along the same side. I had to protect myself. From who? The black woman? No, no.
Hold on, Dane. Hold on. Let me clarify one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you what a black woman that's an enemy is, right? To black people. The type of black woman that is an enemy to us is the type of black woman that has sold her people out and is working in collusion with the enemy, like white supremacy. Like Candace Owens is an enemy to black people. Tarana Burke is an enemy to black people. Those are the kind of black women who are enemies to black people. Stacey Abrams, right? Those are those those black women right there. Those are enemies. And you trust me, if you hear the shit that come out their mouth, you'll see why I call them enemies. They have sold their people out. They are the female versions of the manosphere and the red pill guys. They hate black people. They hate black children. One of them want to declare black boys as soon as they come in this world as rapists. Stacey Abrams want black boys to be classified as rapists as soon as they're born.
What the hell?
Talking crazy about talking about they grow up in a rape culture. See, those are enemies. Those are the kind of black women that are enemies. Not a black woman that's out there with her bullhorn talking about black men ain't shit. That's not an enemy. That's a woman that's hurt, that was created by the black men who hurt her. But women like Tawana Burke, Candace Owens, Stacey Abrams, those are enemies to black people. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry about that.
Well, the Stacey Abrams part surprised me. Oh, she wanted to declare little boys ain't even come in the world yet as rapists. Mm-hmm. But oh, okay. As I was saying, they're fueled by the rhetoric of the manosphere because a lot of them seem to be saying some aspect of or saying their rhetoric like had to protect myself from who? There's only two black women in the room, and you killed them both. What were they doing? There was only one gun on the premises, yours, and you had it. They didn't say nothing about no blunt weapons. Shoot, they didn't even say a skillet. Yeah. Or they care more about what's going on in the YouTube world than in the real world. I had a little trouble
Hold on,
finding.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
stand correct. I think Stacey Abrams is the politician. It's not her. It's another woman. She kind of heavy set, light skin. She had an issue on the plane one time. I forgot the issue she had. I can't remember her name. It's not Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams is the politician, I believe, in Georgia, right?
Um,
But there's another a black woman, kind of heavy set. Um, she's the one because she was on Roland Martin. She's the one that's labeling all black boys as rapists, talking about they grew up in a rape culture, and talking about all black boys have raped a girl at some point, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I ain't never raped nobody.
mm-hmm.
This is a woman that's trying to declare all black boys as rapists, even when they're born. This is a woman that clearly has sided with white supremacy against black people. These are the type of black women that are your enemies. Candace Owens, the Tree of Life. I can go on and on. The Tree of Life. She's that crazy black woman on here talking crazy against black people, trying to get black people killed and set up. Those are your. Those are the black women that are enemies. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
find out who she is. I can't get her name right now, Auntie. But I don't think it's Stacey Abrams. I think Stacey Abrams is a politician. She's tripping too. But this other woman, she's light skinned, kind of heavy set. All I remember on her, she was on because I remember Roland Martin was talking to her about he never raped nobody either, and but she talking about black people grow up in a rape culture. I bet you if you look up black woman talking about rape culture, you might come up with her name. I can't remember her name right now, but she is absolutely off the chain. Okay, you got another black woman out there talking about black boys need to be put to death. These are your enemies who are black women. They have completely sold out to the other side and are helping the other side to destroy their people. Those are enemies. Not a black woman that just sitting here on social media, okay, mouthing off about how niggas ain't shit. That's not an enemy. As a matter of fact, a lot of those women that's mouthing off talking about niggas ain't shit will still help a nigga. I know I've seen it. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. Okay. So anybody that been watching the news, YouTube, anything, we've been seeing all kind of madness. Men's killing their girlfriends, their ex-girlfriends, their wives, their woman, and their children. Anybody that's in the vicinity. We even had some that killed their own family, well, not just their children, but brothers, a whole family. Their parents, their siblings, their sibling girlfriend, unborn child. Men who have attacked and killed their mother. Um, and it's so demonic because nobody knows why they do it. Whatever it is, it seems too minuscule for that reaction. And when you see pictures of their mugshot, they're dead now. There's nothing there. You know, there's no remorse, there's no feelings, it's just emptiness. And but this one took it to another level. You know, we ain't seen it live and bloody, and didn't have the nerve to ask for likes. You know, to like the man likes for video. I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
Like I
I
said,
couldn't.
that bullet he put through his own head was too good for him.
Mhm.
Where was Wonder Woman when you needed to deflect that bullet so he could stay alive and get what he really deserved?
Yeah, yeah. And then unfortunately, it is happened before, not with that kind of graphicness. You know, you never saw the woman get shot, but you seen the man take aim at her, and then she's out of the scene. I seen that
And
one.
like I said, judging from that gaping wound, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be too graphic because Dame was a little queasy,
Mm-hmm.
but that wound in her head, that big gaping wound, she wasn't far away from that AR-15. She wasn't far away. I wouldn't say she was dead point blank range, but she wasn't far away for it to make a hole that big.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
like I
then
said, I
have
don't
you?
want to talk. Yeah, I don't want to because it's very graphic. People, I'm not encouraging you to go look at it. Yes, we do have the video, but I don't feel good about giving it out. Um, we do have the video on our server in Discord. It's you know, me and Dame talked about it, and we decided to not put it here on the show. Um, it is in our Discord though, so we can't stop our Discord members from viewing it. It's there, but we wasn't going to put it on the show because it's too graphic, and I'm not going to show black women in that manner. I have too much love for my sisters to show them like that. Um, it's almost the equivalent of having a closed casket, where the person is so mangled and so damaged that you can't even recognize them. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, so me and Dan talked about it, and we decided not to put it here on the show. We was going to show it at first, but we decided not to. Um, we don't
Yeah.
want to show them like that. I don't want to ever show a black woman on this show like that. This is a show that promotes black love and respect for our black women. Um, we don't want to show stuff like that. It's just too graphic. What he did to those women was unthinkable. And like I said, that bullet going through his head was too good for him. It was just too good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So I hope I cleared that up, Kendall. We have to start understanding, and I'm gonna keep dropping it because I have a large understanding. Because I've had 5 sisters growing up and a mother, and had plenty of women in my life. So, not saying I'm an expert or anything, but I know a thing or two about women. So I'm gonna try to share what I know, so you guys can come into a better understanding, so you can understand women better, so you can have better relationships with them. You know, and put in trust. Once you really understand and get in your mind that they are not like us, You halfway there. You got to start thinking like that. They're not like they don't think like us. Do not assume that they're thinking what we're thinking or they're going with what we're thinking. They don't think like that. They don't think like men. They are completely different from us. Once y'all get a good understanding of that, you halfway there. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's getting rough because um we're constantly being bombarded. If it, women and children, we can all do an individual piece, and we still wouldn't cover it all.
Yeah,
And
American Josie, how are you? I'm
mhm.
sorry, Dane. Hey, Josie, have you been on RBR lately? I haven't seen him do a live. I guess he ain't got nothing to talk about since ain't no more Trump in office. Um, American Josie, you saw it? You saw the video too? We have it on Discord. You know, we decided not to play it here. I just couldn't bring myself to show some shit like that about black women. This is not a channel to where we want to show our women mangled like that. Um,
Mhm.
you know what that animal did to them. Um, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, Kendall, I agree. You know, a higher frequency of understanding. We have to start understanding. See, a lot of you brothers don't understand the nature of women. That's why you're having trouble. You don't take the time out to understand them as people. You have to set them aside from us. Don't look at them the way you look at men or where you think that they should be thinking or whatever. Okay? You can't put them in that category. They're not like us at all. They don't think the way we think. Yeah. It was pretty bad. It was, it was pretty bad. Like I said, we have it on our Discord and our Discord members, we can't stop them from it's up there for those who can stomach it, but we're not going to put it on the show. Um, Let me stop interrupting, Dane. I keep forgetting she's tired. Go ahead, Dane.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyway, it seems like isn't it seems like the stuff is just being done with no feelings or with malice, or just to do it. And it
And
gets
what
hard.
a kid.
Hmm.
And what a cowardly act to go
Yes.
get a gun like an AR-15 on two women. I'm
Hmm.
wondering, you know what? I'm wondering if he was beating on her and the mother tried to intercede and he's such a coward weakling. He went for the gun and maybe they tried to get to the gun first and he beat them to the gun.
Mm.
That could have played out. See, because a lot of these demonic niggas like beating on women.
Hmm.
And the mother ain't gonna let you beat on her child.
No.
And dudes, you gotta understand something. When you living with a girl and her mama, you gotta treat that girl right, because the mama watching.
Hmm.
First of all, what the fuck you doing living with a girl and her mama in the first place? That ain't no man shit. See, we're gonna start having some fucking shows about some real man shit. A lot of you niggas don't even know what real man shit. Living with your girl and her mama, that ain't no real man shit. That's bullshit. I can understand if you down on your luck and you need a quick place to crash while you get your money together, okay, and you going to get you going to get your own shit. But doing that and just living are two different things. If you're just living there, you comfortable, with living under your girl and her mama's roof, like you a goddamn a fucking 12-year old sleeping on a bed with fucking Spider-Man sheets. That ain't no real man shit. A real man gets his own. You supposed to be providing a place for the woman. She ain't supposed to be providing no place for you. You niggas don't understand. See, y'all got the game fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to be providing a place for her. You supposed to have a homestead, shit set up, and bring her back to, and you supposed to be selling yourself to her. You ain't supposed to be living under her and her mama. Like I said, I can see if you need a place to crash and you lost everything and you're trying to get back on your feet and you there for maybe a couple of months and then you back on your feet and you out and you got your own shit, but you living there for 2 and 3. Man, what the fuck wrong with you? You ain't no goddamn kid no more.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dane. I'm sorry. I just keep. I got all this energy, and I know you're tired. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, America is like the same. My cousin's daughter was almost kidnapped by a black man right before the pandemic. He's black too, but he even said it's something wrong with black men since crack era and hip hop culture.
Yeah, but I think it's something even worse than that now.
Mm-hmm.
Something even worse than that now. This is something else. There's some kind of strange demonic energy going around. This is something completely different than crack. Crack is still around. And people with health. So some people are immune to crack. I see motherfuckers smoke crack every damn day in the hood and don't do shit to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't think this is just that anymore. I think that generation that ran its course. This is something else.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I believe has been cooked up and engineered by the homosexual community. I believe that they are the culprits behind this demonic energy. Because the effemination of the men and the men turning against the women, that all screams of homosexuality, not crack. I believe the LGBTQ, the homosexual community is behind this demonic energy and these men being crazed with hatred for black women. That's my theory. I don't believe this is crack. I believe this is some homo shit.
Okay. The demon of homosexuality is invading these men and
and
their women.
right. And I'm gonna tell you something. Be on the lookout. Watch these dudes when they talk. If they're very sexually graphic, especially when they're talking about men and talking about a man's phallus and all kinds of graphic like that, those are homos. Because men don't talk about other men's phalluses for no reason. You'll never hear me sit up here and talk about other man's phallus. You won't hear me talk about my phallus. We don't get down like that. But you hear these dudes always mentioning phalluses, always talking about somebody's phallus in somebody's mouth, and being real sexually graphic, overly graphic. Those are homos.
Mm.
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, hey, Aaron Carter. Fortunately, we're finna wrap up. Okay, so gotta be careful not to let this stuff invade your spirit and make you, think that, one, that all black men are like this, or they all capable of this, or they don't care about black women. That's not the case. It just feels like because you're getting bombarded by all these news things, and the the system is doing it that way because they want us all to be the bad guy.
All right, and with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
we're getting ready to shut it down. Dan, get the music ready.
All
We're getting
right.
ready to shut it down, but we're going to do a part 2 to this. This turned out to be a pretty decent show.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the numbers, people, and coming in tonight, even though the podcast was late.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, we feel bad that we couldn't go any longer,
Mm-hmm.
but we will be doing a part 2 to this. Demons are taking the lives of our women and children. So look out for part 2 coming sometime towards the end of the week. I might do it on Thursday or Friday. It's going to be at an earlier time so we can have more time to really get at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, there's a dude on here. I watch occasionally, and he's constantly talking about a man's phallus. Yeah. Those are homos, Auntie. Real men don't talk like that. Have you ever listen? Y'all been listening to me for a while. Have you ever heard me mention a man's phallus? Have you ever heard me mention a man's phallus or my phallus? No,
No.
because that's not how we talk. We don't talk like that. That's them homos. I'm not interested in no man's phallus. Fuck you to talk about that for? No, and you won't, because I'm not gay. I'm telling you, hear dudes talking like that, and then they're overly sexual explicit with it. Those are gay dudes. Mark my words, they gay. Straight men don't talk like that. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. We got to get out of here. I got to get up in the morning. Dame is tired. But we will be doing a part 2 sometime either on Thursday and Friday. Movie night is suspended until further notice. We got to get the sound working when Dame's streaming. So we'll let you know when movie night is back on. Okay? But right now, movie night is suspended. We do have some movies coming up for review, for group review. The next one up will be Black Klansman. But movie night is suspended until further notice. We got some technical issues we got to deal with. Hey Trinity, what's going on? And so we'll deal with that. And ladies' night will be moving to a new time, effective immediately. Okay, so Saturday it will be airing at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, rather than 8. Okay. And it's also going to be moving to a new night. We haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be either Wednesday or Thursday. But right now it's still Saturday night, but the time has been moved up to 6 p.m. All right. Yeah, so we're going to be doing Black Klansman. For those who want to join in on the movie reviews in the Discord and watching with us, you're more than welcome to join our Discord. And when we do movie nights, because after we do movie nights, we're going to have a show the next day, and we're going to sit up here and talk about what we saw in the movie, and we're going to really break it down. All right, but thank you for coming out to tonight's podcast. There are demons taking the lives of our women and children. Look out for part 2, sometime on Thursday and Friday, but we'll be doing a part 2, and it'll be at an earlier time because I still got a lot to say. All right, and not done with this shit yet. Okay, I'm tired of these corny ass, punk ass niggas. All right, then get us out of here. Peace, power, unity, everybody. Drop that stoner.
Okay.
We'll see y'all on Thursday and Friday. All right, everybody. Shout out to Trinity. Shout out to American Josie and T. We are Aaron Collins. We'll holler at y'all on the next podcast. Drain, drop that stoner. All right, y'all. All right, Brianna G. Peace, power, and unity, man. We'll holler